TikTok voice. What is it? I have been quoted in at least 3 articles about TikTok voice, and yesterday my mom sent me one from Fox News, so apparently people think this is a thing. And this goes back to the long history of moral panic about language, in particular when it's associated with young women. So the basic question is TikTok changing the way we speak? And I think the answer is probably not, and it's too soon to tell. Language change is always really hard to capture in real time. And there's something kind of unique about what we would call digitally mediated communication, or the sort of whole online universe of things. We've only been really interacting in a speech way on a wide scale in the internet for the last 20 years, and really as a major part of everybody's everyday life since the pandemic, right? That we are frequently talking to cameras, talking to people through cameras, et cetera, et cetera. So the truth is that we don't actually have a precedent for what this could do to the language. But I also think that any sort of discussion about the way that TikTok is changing our language is focused on what is actually a really narrow set of people, right? So the get ready with me influencers or the cooking influencers tend to be the key demographic that these articles talk about. And what do those kind of influencers have in common? They tend to be young and women and urban, and English is their first language. So already we've got the sort of prime ingredients for this is the type of person that we hate the way they talk. And if you want any more evidence for that, look at what everybody was saying about vocal fry or creaky voice beginning in the 90s up through now. People hate young women, and therefore they hate the way that young women talk. So when they mention influencer voice, what are the features that they are sort of attuning to? It's a breathy voice with elongated vowels that has a lot of high rising terminals or uptalk or this thing that has also been the subject of a lot of moral panic. But the voice is like this. And why is the TikTok voice like this? Do these people go around talking like this every day of their life? No, they don't. It's a performance. So crucially, if we're thinking about did TikTok change language, TikTok is not an actual interactional type of conversation, right? It's a performance. So that's one reason I think, no, people aren't really talking like that. Also, the algorithm motivates you to do particular things, like elongate your vowels so that the person can't scroll to the next video because they have to wait to hear what you're going to say. So the jury is out on what anything regarding online conversations will do to the language, but reports of TikTok voice taking over have been pretty much oversold.